Happy Monday, everybody. So for today, I decided I wanted to go through some stretches using a chair. Yes, I have a very high chair in my apartment, but if you guys have a chair that doesn't move, I want you to use it. And a lot of my clients are complaining still of tightness in their hips and their legs because we're still working from home and keep social distancing when we can. So for those who are still working at home, I want to give you this stretch. It's going to be a real quick stretch. Like I said, you can do it in any chair. And I think it's really going to help you move throughout your life. As a personal trainer, I know a lot of us want to get in shape, lose weight, get stronger, have more energy, but flexibility is usually underrated. And what I wanted to do today was just to show you some stretches you can do sitting in a chair, as we are for most of the day. So let's just go through it. I'm going to be working on mostly your hips, your legs, your upper body, and your shoulders. We're pretty much hitting the total body. And I want you to try to do this at least once a day. I know it might be daunting to think you have to stretch every day, but think about how much lighter you're going to feel, how much more comfortable you're going to feel in your own skin. Stretching every day has to be part of your daily routine, just as drinking water, eating healthy foods, sleeping. It's underrated and we definitely have to take care of it. So let's start with our hips. So I have a chair that has a bar, but if you can't, make sure your feet are on the floor, lean forward a little bit, and what we're going to do is just a very basic stretch, just to open up the hips in general. So you're going to place your hand in the middle, and just take your feet to the side, and open up as much as you feel comfortable. This might seem like a really simple stretch, but some of us might have tightness in our inner thighs, some of us might have in our glutes, in our hips. Again, you're going to make sure you exhale on the stretch, and then relax, inhale. So you always exhale when you stretch, and you inhale when you come in. The most common stretch we do for the hips also while sitting is called a figure four. So what you're going to do is you're going to crisscross one leg over the other. Make sure that your ankle is over that knee and push that other knee down as much as you can just to feel the stretch. If you can, if you feel comfortable, you can start to lean forward and you'll really start to feel the stretch in the glutes. So let me just show you a different view. Right here, crisscrossing my leg. Chest up, abs engaged, and I'm leaning forward, keeping that back nice and flat. You don't want to curl your back. Keep the back nice and flat and lean forward. And again, I'm feeling this in the back of my leg that's bent and a little bit of my glutes, and that's my tight area. And you want to hold it for about 10 seconds. Continue to breathe. Get up, and then slowly switch to the other side. And again, this stretch you can do while sitting down comfortably in your office, in your home. Again, lean forward and stretch. And what you want to do is just do this about 2 to 3 times on each side, depending on how tight you are for your hips. And again, this is just to open up your hips first before we get to your legs. So I did all that. I want to do it again one more time just to show you just the hip move. So here again, we're going to open up first. Try to really keep the abs engaged, back straight, and try to open up your knees as much as possible. Again, if this feels uncomfortable, you could do one side at a time. But the thing is, remember, you're sitting for a long period of time, so your hips are kind of tight. Good. Then we're going to go right to that figure four again. I'm going to keep my hand on my knee, breathe in, lean forward. I'm going to hold that stretch for about 10 seconds. Keep breathing, keeping the chest up. Good. Then you're going to slowly switch to the other side. Put the knee down first, and then hold it for 10 seconds. For some of us, just putting our hand on our knee might be a lot, so just stick with it. As you do this every single day, your flexibility will increase, and that will be great for you so that you can start to really move. Alright, now we're going to stretch out the back of our legs. We're going to stand up, but still use our chair. For some of us, like I said, if you have a chair that's a little bit lower, not as high as mine, you can start with a very basic hamstring stretch, which is just grabbing the back, putting your leg on top, keeping the toes nice and flexed, and leaning towards that foot. Again, you want to make sure that the leg is straight, your knee is as straight as you can, just a soft knee, and you want to lean forward, making sure that your other toe is pointing towards it. You don't want to open up the hips because then you're kind of taking out of the stretch from the hamstring. You want to make sure that both feet are facing forward, lean forward, and stretch. If you're not as flexible, you might be up here, and that's fine, as long as you're breathing and you're keeping that leg engaged and you're straightening out the back of the leg. So now we're going to switch to the other side. Again, all these stretches I want you to hold for about 10 seconds, just in the beginning, and as you get more flexible, you'll see that 10 seconds will go by really quickly. Again, if If you feel comfortable, you can reach for your toes, you can keep it up here, but you want to make sure that leg stays nice and straight, that other foot is pointing towards the same direction, and you're breathing. Breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Good. Again, you do the stretch. I want you to do the stretch a couple more times. So I'm going to show you again. Maybe a little bit easier is that bring it up. Again, grab whatever part you can with both hands and lean forward and stretch. And if you want, you can stretch that calf too by flexing your foot, taking one hand and just pulling while keeping the other part of your body down. Again, this might be a lot for us because as we're sitting for long periods of time, so I want you just to be careful. Good. Now you can slowly switch to the other side. Again, grab that foot and breathe and stretch. And I'm definitely feeling the stretch back of my calf for this because I have tight calves. Some of us, you might not have tight calves, you might have just tight hamstrings. You might be feeling it all here. So just breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Now, speaking of calves, we're going to go to the back of the calves. So you rotate here because what you want to do is make sure that you have control. You're going to drive your left leg back, make sure that heel is completely on the floor, and then you're going to bend forward, keeping those abs engaged, and stretch out the back of that leg. Again, calves are the smallest part of your legs, so as you go for a walk, they're going to feel more fatigued, and also they get underrepresented when it comes to stretching and to strength training. You got to build up your calves if you want to walk more. Good. Now slowly switch to the other side. Right heel is down. I'm bending my left leg into a lunge to make sure I stretch out the back of that right calf and just breathing for 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's do it again. Again, just for today, just do 2 stretches just to warm up. Again, if you feel like one part of your body is tighter than the other, stretch a little bit more. This is a basic total body stretch, just using a chair. Let's switch to the other side. Remember to breathe. Good. Great. Now that we have the back of the chair, the typical stretch we do for the quads that a lot of people see is that you grab the back of your foot and you pull. Some of us don't have that range of motion, so I want you to think of stretching out your quads a little bit differently. You're going to go back into the chair, and what you're going to do is you're going to sit on it, half of your body's on it, and what you can do is just let your body kind of stretch first the hip flexor in the front. Again, you're going to lean forward into it and just stretch that way. Now if you're on the floor and you could grab something, you're going to try to drive your knee back and stretch out that quad that way. If you are flexible, you could definitely grab your leg and pull it, but here's just a basic stretch to open up the hips a little bit more with the quads being protected. Good. Breathe. Very nice. Now again, going to go to the other side. Okay, make sure you kind of hold on, keep one leg on the other. And you're going to just open up that hip, open up the quad, and again, if you could reach for it, great. What I'm actively doing is just trying to push away to stretch out this part of my body, my hip flexors, and a little bit of my quad. Breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. And again, if you feel comfortable, you can definitely do that standard quad stretch. But the thing with this quad stretch is it doesn't stretch out the full range of your quads. It only stretches out a certain part. But if that part is tight, then don't go for it. So I'll just show it to you. Holding onto the chair, grab the back of the ankle, and you go like this. Like I said, if you have the range of motion, difficulty grabbing your ankle, I wouldn't recommend it. I would do the other stretches first until you feel more comfortable. And then you can slowly start to do it. If you also had a tool like a strap that you can tie it around, that'll also be beneficial. Again, I'm going to go to the other side. Just going to hold on for my balance, grab the bank of my ankle, and go up. And as you can see, my back is arching a little bit, so I'm going to tuck in a little bit so I can really feel the stretch of my quad, but also protecting my back. You see, a lot of people start to do this. It's not healthy for your lower back, so you want to really engage your abs and stretch out the front of your quads while keep protecting your body. Good. 3, 2. Good. So we pretty much hit major parts in our legs, and now most important part of stretching is your upper body. So again, you're going to sit on your chair. Make sure your feet are nice and planted on the floor. For me, I have a little stool, which is comfortable for me. And we're going to open up the chest and the shoulders. So the first thing you want to do, upright position, and you're going to grab behind your back and just pull slightly. okay? You want to open up the chest. You can look up as well to stretch out your shoulders, but you really want to open up that chest, especially as we're sitting for a long period of time on a computer. Let me show you a different view. So most of us, when we work from home, will be hunched over typing. So this move, what it really does is bringing the chest up, grabbing behind, engaging your abs, and slowly pulling up, and think of pulling your shoulder blades away from your chest so you could feel the stretch in your chest. You're gonna breathe, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Again, we're gonna do it from the other side. Again, I want to do the stretch at least twice, but for this one we're doing 3 times so I can show you different views. You're gonna breathe in and pull, open up that chest. Good. Alright, let's go a little bit more to our lats, which is our muscles behind the back. So you're going to put your arms right over your head. You're going to breathe in, make sure your shoulders stay down. Slowly lean to one side and make sure you stay parallel. I don't want you to twist because then you're not really stretching out one section of your lats. You're going to keep your arms straight up, slowly lean, and you should feel the stretch right here. Again, continue to breathe, hold it for 10 seconds. And you always stretch on your exhale. Good. And then you come back up. Slowly stretch the other side. And you'll notice one side is more flexible than the other. It's normal. We have dominant sides. Just give yourself a little bit of grace and stretch. Good. Come back down. Good. Try to bring the arms down. Swing around if you need to, just to feel that stretch. Okay? We're going to do that again. Again, you're going to put your arms over your head. Make sure you're not doing this. You're shouldering your shoulders. You want to keep your shoulders down, hands by your ears, and slowly lean to one side, and you breathe. Hold it for about 10 seconds. Good. Then come back up, and slowly go to the other side, and breathe. Good. And then come back down, and come down completely. Very nice. Now we're going to stretch another part of the shoulder. Everybody's done the stretch in the gym. You've definitely seen it. So you know, make sure that you keep your shoulder down. Take your left arm, put it on by your right elbow, shoulders down, and you're going to pull it across. And I always like to look towards it to get a little bit of a deeper stretch. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Good job. And then slowly switch. Again, make sure your shoulders down. Use your other arm to protect your joints, and you start to pull it. And some of us might feel the stretch in our back too, because you might be tight there, but you feel where you want to pull and you go this way. Breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Good. So let's do that again. Okay. Shoulder down, arm across the body, and you're going to do a light pull. You're going to really pull it. And you want to feel that stretch on your shoulder and towards the back of your shoulder. You're going to breathe. And you go towards your comfort, not trying to make any crazy flexibility moves. Just stretch. Again, this is your stretch after sitting for a long period of time. So your body needs to be reawakened before you can go do anything else with your day. And nice. Very good. Shake it out. All right. Another part of our body that needs to stretch. Next. Very important. Holds up our mind, and we need to stretch it. So first thing you're going to do, chest up, engage your abs. Make sure there's no arch in your lower back. Right hand over your left side of your neck, and slowly pull. You should feel that stretch right here, and breathe. If you don't feel that stretch because you are more flexible in your neck, you take your other arm and put it behind your back, grab the back of your chair and pull, and you should feel that stretch pretty intensely. You hold it again for 10 seconds. Breathe. Very nice. Good. Now you're going to switch to the other side. First pull on the neck, left hand over the right side of your neck, and you can just pull a little bit, and you feel that stretch. And again, some of us are different. This might be intense, so you just stay there, hold it for 10 seconds. But if it's not, put your hand behind your back, grab the back of your chair, and pull slightly. Breathe. And very nice. Good. I definitely felt that stretch. Let's do it one more time, just to make sure for good measures. Again, slightly put your hand on top of your head, and pull slightly first. You feel that stretch, you continue to breathe. And for me, I want a little bit of a deeper stretch. I'm going to pull a little bit more. Breathe. And very nice. Good. Now the other side. Pull first. My hand's here. Then give it a more extensive stretch. And very nice. Good. One move that's very underrated for necks is circles, head circles. So again, some of us might get dizzy. I'm one of them. So you want to do this nice and slow and controlled while sitting, while keeping your hands on top of your lap. You're going to go in a circle one way. Try and make it as big as possible. You might hear some cracking because the neck has a lot of air bubbles. You're just going to breathe, okay? Close your eyes if you need to. Breathe. I'm going to go 4 circles in one direction. Good. That was my 4th one. And then 4 in the other way. And this one I'm taking my time. I'm seeing how I'm feeling. I might be tighter in one area than the other. So after I do this basic stretch, I'm definitely going to go back and stretch those other areas. Breathe. One more. And good. Alright. So depending on how you feel, do that again. For me, I feel pretty limber. And again, this is just a basic stretch to do while sitting in a chair, because a lot of us are sitting in a chair at home for long periods of time. So I just want to show you this basic stretch. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment. See other videos. Going to give you some more workout videos coming soon. Some more fun videos, and maybe appreciate any feedback. And let's keep going. Again, continue to practice social distancing. Hopefully we can continue to get through this pandemic safely, and let's keep going. Be kind to yourself and be kind to others. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you very much.